All right, let me do a quick update of the markets ahead of the UK autumn statement. I'm going to focus mainly on FTSE, and I'll explain why here. So, out of the three markets I normally look at, I think FTSE is the one that appeals to me the most. I'm seeing something brewing on this time frame. So we have this push up. Now at the time this was going up, you could consider this one and this and two, but as we have more data now, it's actually all of this is one push up, and then this is another push up. This is assuming prices are going to come down and gear up for a third push up. It could be a case of actually this push up hasn't ended. Let me wait for that motorcycle to go by. All right, it could be a case of this push up hasn't ended, and instead we're going to see something more like this that goes past this level. Time will tell. In any case, we have this push up. Let's assume it's ended here and prices are gonna come down. I want to see what prices do as it comes to this level, because ideally if it comes down lower than here, let's say it comes down to around about, let's say, this level, it'll be an opportunity to go in for the third push up. If prices, depending on how quickly it comes down, if prices crash down and then pull back and isn't able to beat this level, yet alone this, then I think it's a sign that we're going downwards first before we go upwards. I really don't know just yet. My suspicion, actually, I really don't know. I need a lot more data to decide, because we, on this time frame, this daily time frame, we have this push up and then this push up, which has been in a staggered manner. It could be a case of the news announcement on Wednesday pushes this way up, or it comes crashing down. I don't know what's more likely to happen. So I'm just gonna wait and see. Judging by other markets, you would think prices want to push upwards, all right? And this right here is just insane. We had this push up, and we sort of like seem to have had a hold here, but we didn't have a reversal. Instead, we just had a bigger push up, which makes me think actually this push up is all one. And if that is the case, it's controlled. This push up is really controlled by the weekly. These guys made the same move here and have done so in a strong manner, which means they're aiming to potentially reach here. We could see a similar thing in FTSE as well. Before I look into FTSE again, here's Wall Street. So the same guys here pushed all of this way up. It's very erratic, nonsensical, but that's the markets. Whereas FTSE, the same guys, and we have on FTSE, we have a range, right? And we're right in the middle of a range. So are these guys going to push upwards with strength, or are these guys going to push downwards from here? Not sure. Not sure at all. Just gonna sit back and let things play out. Judging by other markets, it will seem as though this is just waiting for the autumn statement in order to continue its move. And it could be a case of when prices push up, this range is broken. The top of this range is broken, and prices aim to reach this high, or these highs, I should say. That is also possible. What's also possible is, so that's possible from the buyer side. From the seller side, these same sellers, there is this sort of like thing that's happening here. So it could be these same sellers push down from roughly here, although I doubt it. I doubt it because, one, I really don't like angled trend lines. I much prefer horizontal ones to consider. That's one thing. Another thing is they've been struggling so much, the buyers, that it really seems as though they need sellers to come in order for them to buy some more, which could be the case. So for Wednesday, so it wouldn't surprise me if prices come crashing down lower than this last leg that pushed up. Again, assuming they've ended here, prices come crashing down only for buyers to jump in on this and take this further. I think, looking at this, that is the most likely thing to happen. But again, I have no idea what's going to happen. This is one of those reads where you just have to stay on the sidelines and wait for prices to move away from this middle range. Let me go into the daily where you can see it better. So we have these sellers who pushed it down. Prices are here, right in the middle of this range, and we know it's a range from the weekly, right? So either price is going to come up, and then at some point we're going to see these same sellers push down, or it's going to come down, and then these buyers, most likely when it comes down, I don't think it's going to reach these lows just yet. So maybe around here, between here and this tail, where prices come down and then pushes upwards. It's anyone's guess at this point, especially on these time frame. What I know that is, because prices are right in the middle, and I do think these sellers do want to push it down, because I believe, so the way they came down here, they have some strength left for at least one more push down. Whereas these buyers, I mean, this is a range we're looking at, right? Compare these buyers to these buyers here that pushed it up in one leg. So far, they've made 1, 2, and at this point I'm counting these as 2 legs. I think it's quite distinct enough to say, yes, these are two legs. If something, a bigger extreme, surpasses it later on, it's fine, but right now I'm going to consider this as 2 legs. So if this was a buy, it will be a pullback. Here's a beautiful SNR where more buyers can push up with a stronger leg, or come all the way down to this level. Let me do that better. To this level, and then push up. Either way, they are a lot weaker than these buyers were, which I don't like as a buy. So yes, although other markets, Wall Street and Germany, did indeed push up and this is almost just hanging on for that autumn statement on Wednesday. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'd rather just stay on the sidelines, let the buyers do their thing however they want to do their thing. So either as a big push up like other markets, or continuous upwards movement, but in a weak manner. And I'll be interested in the sell when it presents itself. If on the other hand prices come down to at least here, I'd be interested in a buy, but I'd be hesitant. If prices were to come even lower to this level, then I'd be less hesitant. I'd be more interested. Although the buy for now, I don't like it as much as I like the sell. The issue with the sell is can't sell from round about here because we're right in the middle of this huge range. So in short, no, in summary, I'm gonna stay on the sidelines until about Wednesday. Once we have the autumn statement released, then I'll get a bit more. There'll be more data on this market, and I'll be able to make a punt on the direction. Right now, no idea. Now, other markets, these other two markets have indeed pushed upwards, but the strength of it is just a turn off. Even on this time frame, where you can see a bit clearer, we're looking at these buyers versus these sellers. Well, these sellers as well as these sellers. It could be a case of prices stop here and we see a reversal. Even if that were to happen, this is just so erratic. See, I still believe in this sell going lower than here, but it's just difficult to call. Let me see if Wall Street. Yeah, see, this is, even though this is closer to this level, I think it would be better to stay away from Wall Street for the time being, because these guys are just too strong. It's the same with Germany, actually. These guys are just too strong. I don't think these sellers have the strength to push down, although it is between these guys versus either these guys or these guys, one of them, either one. Most likely going with the bigger extreme, I'd say it's these guys. So these guys, let me do that better. These guys versus these guys. And if it's these guys, they'd be waiting for the buyers to come up. And the higher the buyers go, the less strength we'll see from the buyers on the lower time frames, which will give us enough time to time their movement and then jump on it as a sell when it's ready to sell. At the moment, even though I don't believe all of this movement upwards, it's still quite a strong move, especially looking at it from this time frame. It's still quite a lengthy move. those sort of lengthy move, if they were real, they'd be across all markets. Whereas on, sorry, not all markets, all time frames. Whereas on this time frame, you had all of this weakness going upwards, and it almost seemed as though this was getting ready to tip over, but instead the opposite happened. What the hell? And happened initially in a way that seemed as though, okay, it's just attracting buyers in order to sell, but instead it went upwards. Very nonsensical. And then if you go down to the hourly, it's just see buyers all over the place. Buyers. They're not ready to turn at all. And what I'm wondering is, are we going to see correlation reveal itself in FTSE for Wednesday, the autumn statement, or is FTSE going to be the leading market in for the sells? No idea. Absolutely no clue right now. So just gonna sit on the sidelines. Let me quickly scan other markets. Oh wow, okay, wasn't expecting that from Spain. Yeah, whereas when you look at FTSE, it's lagging behind. Yeah, I have no idea on this, but if I were to make a punt, I'd say for Wednesday we have the buyers coming, but unless prices come lower than here on or by Wednesday, I wouldn't be interested in the buy because it's right in the middle. Even if I were interested in taking a buy, I wouldn't go in with size on this at all. That's the second thing. Safe thing is to just be on the sidelines for this. But yeah, we'll see. When Wednesday comes, Wednesday 12 p.m. UK time, we'll know. We'll have more data and we'll be able to see more. Yeah, I think the buy is more likely, but it's not going to be easy to catch. And to be on the safe side, it's better to just be on the sidelines for it. The sells aren't ready yet. Okay, I'll leave this there for now. I'll perhaps have another video on Wednesday. So let's say Wednesday towards the end of the day. By then we'll have a lot more data. The autumn statements will be out and I'll be able to make a better read on where things are. But so far FTSE is my favorite for the next couple of days leading into weeks. For the next few days, no, for the next few weeks, FTSE is my favorite. When the sell happens, things might change, but for the next few weeks, yeah, FTSE is my favorite. All right, I'll leave this there for now. I'll have another video on Wednesday PM. All right, bye for now.